Escape the Matrix.
Nothing less than a new world order. This is the pledge of the world's most powerful leaders, representing 90% of the global economy.
To forge a new world order,
we need a single global order.
There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it.
In the new world order.
A new world order.
Irrevocably change life as we know it.
That China wants to reestablish the international world order, and they have the technological capability, they have the will to do it.
Naya world order.
We need a new world order.
A new world order.
When we are successful, and we will be.
The New World Order was coined from the term novus ordo seclorum, which is Latin for new order of the ages. One of its trademarks is the Egyptian pyramid with an eye at the top. This eye is known as the all-seeing eye, or the eye of providence, or the third eye, which is located in the pineal gland of the brain. Basically, this pyramid and the one-eyed symbol represents a secret religion that has been practiced since thousands of years ago and is currently practiced by celebrities, promoted by entertainment channels, and is firmly rooted in world politics, therefore involving world leaders. The true form of this one-eyed religion is Satanism, the worship of Lucifer, their light-bearer, who has made its worshippers the self-proclaimed illuminated ones. And this true form of the one-eyed religion has always been a secret because it is carefully hidden within the highest levels of another secret society known as Freemasonry. On this depiction of Baphomet, we can see the inscriptions Solve and Coagula. Solve meaning to dissolve or destroy. Coagula meaning to assemble or rebuild. This is the belief system that guides the leaders of the New World Order. And it simply means a great destruction must occur before the New Age can be established. Here we see the Georgia Guidestones, which is the guide for the New Age of Reason. Law number 1. Maintain humanity under 500 million. A mass genocide of 7.5 billion people. Seems reasonable. Law number 2. Guide reproduction wisely, aka eugenics, which is a practice of controlled breeding whereby the group with good genes, which are the superior race, are allowed to reproduce, and the group with bad genes, the inferior race, are not allowed to reproduce. But who is inferior? Several Masonic handbooks describes the regular uninitiated person as profane, vile multitude, vulgar herd, rude and unorganized, the Christian, a sick animal man, imperfect in reasoning, and on and on. All the while, a Freemason considers himself as one who has attained sublime wisdom, thereby the perfect race can only come from them.
Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign. Often, this alternative vision roots itself in the notion that by virtue of race or faith or ethnicity, some are inherently superior to others, and that individual identity must be defined by us versus them, or that national greatness must flow not by what people stand for, but what they are against.
Now the grand finale. This is some scary shit. In March 1997, an event known as the Phoenix Lights became the most infamous UFO sighting in history. A mile-wide vessel, clearly not man-made, flew slowly and silently over the state of Arizona and was witnessed by 10,000 people, including the governor of Arizona. To date, there has been no reasonable explanation. But for every witness interviewed, the craft was as real as anything they'd ever seen. Their lives were transformed. They now believe that we truly are not alone. However, there is another truth, for I know what they really saw. I was introduced to Project Skybeam by Lieutenant General Andrew Garris. I was then led down a corridor and into a large hangar, where a stealth bomber hovered only 20 feet above me. I stood there confused. Then Garris looked over at me and smiled, then asked if I was certain of what I was seeing. I replied, of course. What else could it be? I was then shocked to find out that this wasn't a real craft. It was a projected hologram. Since the early 1950s, scientists have been developing holographic technology, and over the years improved it to a state that we can only imagine.
To the human eye, there appears to be a glowing, three-dimensional butterfly moving around inside this black box. In fact, all it is a tiny polystyrene bead. In the walls of this box are arrays of speakers producing sound waves. The speakers create areas of high pressure that can trap a polystyrene bead and suspend it in midair. Moving the bead around and shining a light on it creates a glowing, moving dot. Move that dot around fast enough and you can create shapes in the air.
What we've created is an acoustophoretic volumetric display. So we basically use sound to trap lightweight object in free space, and we can update its position at very high update rates, so fast that persistence of vision happens and you think it's a full object.
Is there any way that a hologram can be displayed so that they can fake an aircraft going into a building? Because that could have very well been a hologram because they've got the technology. I understand they're using it on the B-2. That could have very well been a hologram because they've got the technology. I understand they're using it on the B-2.
Seeing them by well over 1,000 feet. Is it not possible this object was some kind of drone aircraft with stealth capability, making it invisible to the naked eye, using a projection system to generate a visual image of a plane in the sky?
Do you realize the technology that they have to be able to eavesdrop on every single conversation in the world? I'm going to tell you right now that whatever you perceive to be the state-of-the-art of technology, any technology, in the secret, they are at least, very bare minimum, 50 to 100 years ahead, beyond what you can even imagine.
We're driving south, and we saw this shadow, and we looked up. He says we watched it for about 10 seconds, and it went just like you turned a light bulb out. The holographic technology is so far advanced that people just wouldn't believe it.
You're saying the hologram had to be done by a plane in the air?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was done by a projector, a holographic projector. He says they contain sound, light, heat, everything.
I'm going to tell you right now that whatever you perceive to be the state-of-the-art of technology, any technology, in the secret, they are at least, very bare minimum, 50 to 100 years ahead, beyond what you can even imagine.
I contemplated the possibilities. What if this projection was 1,000 feet up in the sky? How would anyone know that that was an illusion? The Phoenix Lights craft, witnessed by 10,000 people, was the first grand-scale skybeam test upon the public. It succeeded beyond expectations. To amplify this response, those who are truly in power of not only our country, but all the countries on the planet, and who are the true purveyors of the depopulation process, have formulated the final stage of their sinister plan. In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships will blanket the skies, sending people into a global panic. Real military crafts within the holograms will inflict actual damage to the surrounding areas to sell the gimmick. And as a result of the ensuing human chaos, a one-world government will immediately form without any resistance from the people. They will be the New World Order. Once this happens, we as a people will be doomed to enslavement and accelerated depopulation.
Like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
We have to prepare for a more angry world. How to prepare? It means to take the necessary action. I see the need for a great reset.
The elite doesn't need you. There is nothing that you can do which is beneficial to the economical or political system. They don't need you.
All the religious groups are against me because I'm talking about population. They want more souls. I want less on the planet.